suppose we found our machine. At least, what's left of it. Do you feel anything, Saira? With your gift, I mean.
No, not really. Sort of the tingle in between my legs, but...
Agreed. Maybe we can even take some small parts of it with us right now. The Order will transport the rest to Ark by Myrad.
It's quite something, alright.
What strange metal. It didn't rust at all, despite all the time it's been here.
Not entirely too sure how well I can trust the low droning sounds. There's something here.
All this energy, it's useless without the Numinos.
Okay, so I guess we have to find some Numinos. Are you Numinos? Am I gonna burn off my ankles if I step in you? No. There's a man who recently moved on, so to speak. That's somewhere close here. Probably should find the man. I guess we might as well break the ice, have a look in the middle. I can't really get into it. The man's on the other side. Aye, crap. This place has some invisible walls and sort of makes it a bit difficult. Where is the man? He's somewhere close. There he is. Ooh, he died very unfortunately. Which is interesting. To have to make it all the way down here, get crushed by the machine. Can I sort of Pokeball him now? Hold on, lass. I'm sort of waiting until I can absorb the man into my essence. He's a level 2 Pyrean Scout. Cute. So does that mean we're finally gonna see what a Pyrean looks like? Are they just human, or?
Correct. Nothing else possesses that much raw, magical power.
Cool. Moving on. Machine makes very machiney sounds. There's more parts around somewhere. I don't think I need to be here. I'm sort of getting stuck on the scenery. It's a minor pain in the ass, but I've been here before. This is the vats of whatever. Non-melting acid. And there's an invisible wall here. See, this makes it a bit difficult. I'm having some trouble navigating this room. Where is the other pieces? I think I may have been walking it in the wrong way. I haven't been here yet, have I? There's definitely something here. Old parchments. Steel's Sword of the Blade, sure.
It works in a way we have not even come close to comprehending. Like a cosmic force.
Summoning the good old Cthulhu, are we? Seems like that's everything. So where's the last part? God damn, lads, I'm absolutely blind. I can't find it.
Yes? Found something?
I found a few things, but not all of them. Oh yeah, what about the nickname?
Oh, I did. I'm sorry. Sairo is Kyranian and can mean a lot of things, but the closest translation in our case would be sister-in-arms.
Jill.
My foster father called me that, so I suppose it's just an old habit. I like the way it sounds, though. If you don't mind, I'll call you that from now on.
Yeah, that's absolutely. Can we sort of keep talking though? How about these parchments?
They look useful. Let's take them to the Chronicum.
Sure.
Yes? Yes, you're right. How is it possible that it moves all by itself? Let's take it with us. Let me see. Yes, it does indeed. Seems to be some kind of energy storage, but it's empty.
Well, I found 3 things. Oh, I thought there were 4. Did I see that wrong? I guess we're good then.
Yes, found something?
Can we sort of, you know, BTFO?
Yes, I think you're right. Hopefully we didn't miss anything. Let's go talk to Pegast.
I don't think we missed anything. Alright, let's see what Lishari has to say.
Now that was quick. So, what did you find?
A few things. There's definitely a machine back there, but it doesn't seem to work too great.
Well, that's not much of a surprise considering how long it was down here. And as long as we can reconstruct it, that's alright. I sent some of my men back to Ark. We'll request a caravan to get all the parts back to the temple, and see what we can do from there. Let's just hope it really will help us against this cleansing, whatever it is. As much as I admire Pyrean technology, I don't like the idea of putting our lives in the hands of it.
Yeah. We found these parchments, though. Do you know anything more about it?
Let me see. Interesting. Truly interesting.
What?
Seems that this machine was only some kind of prototype. The real one the Pyreans were working on must be somewhere else.
Really?
Plus, there's also a name for it. The Pyreans called it the Beacon.
That's poetic.
Indeed. Well then, it seems like you and your visions have once again saved the day, prophetess. There's a lot for us to do now. If you've taken care of your business here, I suggest you head back to Ark and report to old Aranthiel.
What do you think, Saira? Do you want to leave now, or stay a little longer?
I think we're good, right? I sort of saw the whole place, explored every nook and cranny. We should be good.
Good. There you are. Pegast's mages have already told the Grandmaster about our find, and they're waiting for us in the Emporium. Let's go.
Sure. Where the hell are we? Oh, I see. Okay, I guess I'm following you. Nah, take your time. I'm sorta chillin'. I need some food as well.
All that I am saying is that there are more efficient ways to battle this red madness. And heathen machines atop the Sun Temple are the last...
Shut the fuck up, Jesus!
Aren't you?
Maybe.
Congratulations
But
on
if
passing the
this evil
trial.
machine is what the
guess.
Pyreans used to combat the cycle, I want it near. Even if it turns out to be useless, only a fool turns down a chance. Sharim, how long will the reconstruction take?
Well, that depends on how many Pyrean mechanics you have on hand that can help us decipher these plans. Just think for once, Aranthiel. How are we supposed to give you an estimation if we don't even know what the finished machine is supposed to look like?
Mankind has a point.
We will get to work right away, Grandmaster. But in any case, we're going to need a lot of steel and Pyrean crystals.
You will get them. Now, get to work.
Oh, was I supposed to sit with you guys?
You did excellent work.
Did I?
We will reconstruct this machine no matter the price.
Jesus.
Here, this will reward you for your effort. That still leaves the sigil stone.
Right, yeah. What's it about?
It's simple. I've told you that the Pyreans knew about the cycle, and that they too battled it before they vanished. The sigil stone was a magical defense they created to protect themselves from the Red Madness.
Jesus Christ, quest updates? Can we sort of chill?
Through small fragments that segregate once a certain ritual is performed on it. Wear one of these fragments and it will serve you like a shield for your spirit. The stone won't produce enough for all citizens of Ark, but enough for all of us keepers and the guards.
Oh well, that's convenient, isn't it?
The problem is that we lack knowledge about this ritual, and those who have it have been dead for millennia.
Jesus holy, how can you say that with a straight face? It can protect you and your men. Fuck the rest of the city.
Correct. The entire plan revolves around a discovery which is exhibited in the Chronicum. The frozen corpse of a Pyrean, which a fisherman found adrift in the Northern Sea some years ago.
How do we access these memories then?
Yes, the ice prevented his body from decaying. But go to the Chronicum and speak to Archmagister Maragil. He will be able to explain it better than I can.
Are we doing some old necromancy? Is this gonna be the Order basically going across the event horizon, pretending to be the Force of Light that actually uses necromancy to further their goals? Is that what's going on? Dear Lord.
Blessed prophetess.
You think I'm an idiot? Jesus Christ. Okay, let's see what's actually going on.
Isn't it?
Ugh. You know, fellas, all this prophetess jam, you know, I have a name. It's a nice name. It sounds very spiffy. It's better than prophetess.
Yes, here. But be careful, okay? Magister Ragon will have us flayed alive if we lose it.
I will, don't worry. Did you hear the news? This woman who's been wandering around the temple most recently? Dothûlgrad told me that the Grand Master believes she could help find a cure for this red madness.
What?
The Red Madness? You mean...
Magister Yarrow, yes.
By Malthus, did you really need to remind me of that?
Well, it doesn't help to just close our eyes and pretend nothing ever happened. Even the Arcanists say this is not an ordinary disease. But still, I think they're holding back. They'd never trust us novices with the full truth, you know. I guess we're not as good as
met.
Outlander or Keeper Sakaresh.
Probably not. Anyway, take care of that tome, alright?
I will. Walk blessed, brother.
So...
Huh. You're the one they call the prophet.
There's a lady around the temple
Congratulations on passing the
that
trial.
supposedly can
Yes.
cure the red madness. Really? We had many journal updates. We probably should talk to Kalia first. Oh yeah, because she went Super Saiyan. We definitely should go talk about that. Because I kinda wanna know if I can do it as well. But where can I actually find her? You know, I'm not too sure. Apparently she's in the military barrack. Can we sort of get there? In an expedient fashion. By jumping this fucking flower pot. Jesus holy, I should probably take the stairs like a normal person. Yep. So apparently Kalia should be right here in the military barrack. Is that her? Yeah.
Can I help you?
Hey,
Sagira, good to
how
see
you doing?
Do you need anything?
Huh. So we can talk about a lot of stuff. Can we just break the ice first?
that's convenient, actually. I think I still owe you an explanation.
Yeah. Please do.
Yes, but let's talk somewhere else. Come on.
Sure.
So, sorry for all the secrecy. I just didn't want anyone else to
Yeah,
listen.
no, I get it. When you can go like Dark Super Saiyan, you probably don't necessarily want to talk about that too much.
Well, that moment when I neutralized the leader of the bandits in old Dothûlgrad.
Yeah.
I'm sure you noticed that I was different then.
Different is definitely one way to put it.
Upset. You choose your words carefully, Saira. I appreciate that. I'll make this quick. There is something about me that you don't know. That no one knows, actually. Do you remember what I told you in the curarium about the destroyed village?
Sure.
Well, I wasn't entirely honest with you.
So, you actually do know what happens?
Not all of it, no, and it's true that I don't know how I ended up there. But I remembered something just before I regained consciousness. Some kind of vague memory.
About?
A feeling, coupled with an image.
Sure, yeah.
It's hard to describe because it didn't last very long, but I saw myself, but I was somehow above the rooftops, as if I flew. Below me, I saw all the chaos, the dead, the fire, the devastated houses, and I somehow felt hot, but from inside, as if my blood was boiling.
There's somebody else here. Oh, it's Mr. Bones. Stop rattling. Are you...
That sounds crazy, doesn't it? I'm sorry, but I don't know how to describe it better than that.
So... what's the importance of the memory? I'm assuming it has something to do with, your skills.
It was something that actually happened, I'm sure of it. But the memory, it was somehow blurred. Like a dream, but a very vivid one.
So, what happened after that?
Nothing. I woke up, and from there things happened just as I've already told you. But that's not really what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
In that memory, when I saw all those dead bodies and all that destruction, I felt satisfaction, pleasure.
Okay.
As if all that suffering, all that pain was the most exhilarating thing I'd ever seen.
Right. So you actually are a demon child.
Well, I didn't know what to make of that memory myself for quite a long time. But then, things happened that made me understand. There is something inside my head, Saira. Some kind of second soul, an entity. Most of the time it sleeps, but there are situations in which it wakes up. Mostly when something atrocious happens or has happened.
The only thing that matters to me is, can you control it?
Death. Whenever I'm confronted with these kinds of things, it tries to... I don't know how to put it. Tries to take control of me, and then things like Alt Dothûlgrad happen. It's never managed to completely take me over, and it hasn't gotten as far as it did in Alt Dothûlgrad for a long, long time now. But that memory from the village, I think that is what happens when I let myself go completely.
So... you do have some kind of demon inside you.
If that name seems fitting to you, then yes. But I think we both know these stories about ghosts taking over the living are just stories to scare the common folk.
Yeah, of course.
If it helps you, think of it as some kind of temptation.
Okay, that's, yeah.
One that's just waiting for the moment when I am too weak to contain it.
That is definitely an interesting way to frame it, sure. I didn't quite think of that route. So, how did you actually get this power? Is that really from when you killed the one guy?
Yes, it is immense, Saira. I can feel it every time it is trying to take me over. I don't even want to think about what would happen if I were to give in completely.
That's quite a story.
I figure. Listen, What happened in old Dothûlgrad. I never should have let it come to that. But that moment when he charged me, the blood on his sword, I just couldn't contain it.
I mean, you kind of saved my
When I
life.
gave in, when I hacked him into pieces, I simply felt so thrilled.
I noticed you were having a lot of fun. A little bit too much
I was
fun.
naive to believe it would never get that far again. Naive and stupid. But do you see now? This is the reason why I train so hard. Why I always try to control my emotions, no matter what people do or say to me. This creature inside me, it's always on the hunt. And the only way I can keep it at bay is by controlling both my body and spirit 100%. Just one moment of carelessness. That's all it takes.
That's a lot of responsibility you're putting on yourself. So, did you actually destroy that village?
I don't know, Sire. Believe me, I've asked myself that question more than 100 times. And as much as I hate to admit it, yes, there's a chance it did.
Okay, that's...
I'll never find out.
You know, that means you're at the very least a good partner to have in combat, so... Does the Order know about any of this?
Only Master Tyrus, my foster father. He taught me how to contain it by controlling my thoughts. And he also advised me never to tell anyone about it, which I haven't. Until today.
So, why did you tell me?
I don't know. Probably because I was afraid you'd tell someone else about what happened in old Dothûlgrad and that would raise suspicions.
Maybe,
A coward's
yeah.
move, I know, but it was the best solution I could come up with. I'm sorry.
You were brave. You stepped forward. So is there nothing you can actually do? Is there something you want to do about it before we go to can do about it?
No way that I know of, at least. Who should I ask? The apothecary? There are two ways that would go. Either they would ridicule me, or they would take me seriously and report my condition to the Order.
Yeah.
Neither way helps me, and who knows what the Order would do if they found out. Especially as strained as the situation is right now.
And what would happen if you go full sicko mode?
I don't know. And truth be told, I'm not sure I want to.
And is this perhaps not something you should have thought of before you took the job, or?
Well, what would be the alternative? Transcribe Pyrean books like the Magisters do all day? Or drop out entirely and pour hot water for the upper city's noblewomen?
Okay.
Look, Saira, as you already pointed out, there is a chance that this thing inside me is responsible for the massacre in the village.
Sure,
and if that's
yeah.
true, I definitely have a lot of repentance to do, don't you think? And even if it isn't.
Well, not repentance, but...
I want to change things. To make the world at least a little bit better.
Sure.
And yes, I do realize that this means a lot of hardship and hard work for me, but I'm not afraid of that. Do you know why? Because that's what's missing in this world. So many people just talk, and never act, because that would mean that they'd have to actually endure something for what they believe in.
Yeah. You go, Kalia. You just go wherever you want to go.
Yes, I know. Sorry, I shouldn't have gotten so emotional. I just wanted to clear this up. Anyway, the one thing I ask of you is to keep silent about what I've told you. It will never come to something like that again, I promise. I'd like some time by myself now, and thanks for listening.
Yeah, man. Although, unfortunately, you did have some other things to talk about. Probably should have... How was that? Probably should have asked her about that first. Maybe I'm gonna redo the section and cut those questions in there. In any case, that was interesting enough. The next thing apparently we have to do is go talk with the Archmagister to continue the Word of the Dead. I guess I'll see you guys next time.
Saira, good to see you. Do you need anything?
So, if you don't know your parents, how did you come up with the name?
It was stitched into the blanket they found me in near that village. I don't really know if it is my actual name, but I had nothing else to go with, so it stuck.
Do you always hang out alone?
Well, as I told you, I was never very popular with the other novices.
Yeah.
You know, the novitiate was very challenging. The Magisters only rarely gave us days off to contemplate, as they called it. The others usually used it to go to the tavern to gamble and drink. I never really liked that kind of pastime, and I still don't.
What about love? Wink, wink,
Never
nudge,
really thought
nudge.
about things like that. You know, life in the temple is quite secluded, and I doubt there are many men or women who would find my way of living attractive. But forgive me, that's very personal. I don't really want to talk about it.
I mean, everybody just needs to go out sometime, just so to reset the batteries.
That's true, but when I feel the need to relax, I prefer taking a stroll or spending time in the baths.
Sure.
Whatever secret there is about relaxing to loud music, raucous shouting, and alcohol is beyond me.
So, what about the tattoo?
Tattoo? Oh, of course, you mean my mark. I have had that for as long as I can remember, and I don't have the slightest idea as to how I got it.
I mean, somebody must have put it on you, right?
That's what Tyrus said too. But if it has a meaning, it's obscure. I couldn't find anything in the books, and the Magisters couldn't put their fingers on it either.
Huh. So, can't you get rid of it?
Not without leaving a bad scar, at least according to the apothecary. And even if that weren't the case, I don't know if I'd want it gone. It reminds me of something.
Well, if you don't know what the origin is, then you probably best keep it, in case you ever run into an origin. Does it do anything?
No, it isn't.
Gives you
It's
cool
just there,
backflips.
that's all.
Oh. It does look good.
It does. You're the first to tell me that. But thanks.
I mean, yeah,
Yes.
sure. There's a lot of people getting a lot of tattoos nowadays. I don't know if it's by virtue of the place I live in, but there's a lot of people with tattoos, and many of them are fairly silly, so to speak. Which, you know, is fine, that's their choice. But I prefer to have, like, you know, a nice origin story. Why not? So, how's them sports teams?
Well, what should I think about them? They're disquieting. Speaking of which, recently there's been word from the League of Apothecary up north. They say that their studies on the Red Madness haven't borne fruit yet, and that it is like no disease they've ever encountered. Honestly, that has rid me of the last of my doubts about the cycle being real, just as the Grandmaster said. Let's just hope we can find out how to stop it.
Well, and I guess that's all the questions we can ask Kalia. And that probably is going to conclude the video, so now I'm gonna see you guys next time.
That's convenient.